So hi guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry, clocking into TikTok, and when I say clocking in, um, this is actually going to be my 8th time going live. Again, this is Shadow Girl Sherry clocking into TikTok. Guys, I hope that you can hear me because the last couple of times that I have went live, I've had some technical glitches and difficulties, and hopefully that's not going to happen tonight. But anyhow, let me go ahead and continue talking. This is my 8th time clocking in, I'm going to say, to TikTok, and my 8th time going live on TikTok, which is pretty fitting right now because it just turned 8 o'clock. It's actually 8:07 p.m. So that really goes together pretty well. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and say this, that the number 8 also fits. I'm going to bring up the number 8 in this way as well. The very first time that I ever went live on TikTok, I've been making videos for a while now, like all together on my channel, which my channel is called Sunset Songs. If you want to join me over on YouTube, I go under Sunset Songs. That is the name of my channel, Sunset Songs. Here on TikTok, I'm under Sherry Shadow Closet. But I have been making videos for a while now. But in my videos, I don't appear. I don't appear in my videos, and that's besides the point. That's not really what I was trying to get at right now. But or maybe I should say that. Anyhow, guys, I've been going live for a while now, or not live, but I've been making videos for a while now. But I had never gone live before. The first time that I ever went live, I decided that I would go live during something that is called the Lionsgates portal. The Lionsgates portal has a lot to do with the number 8, which again, this is my 8th time going live. The Lionsgates portal is a portal that's said to open every year at about the same time. The height of the height of the Lionsgates portal is on the 8th month, 8th day every year, the height of it. But the portal opens, I believe it may be around July the 26th or July the 26th or July the 28th is around about the time every year when it's said to open. But the 8th month, 8th day is the 8th month, 8th day is the height of that portal. And again, this is my 8th time going live. But the first time that I went live was on the height, during the height of the Lionsgates portal, the 8th month, 8th day. With that being said, I want to read a little something to you, tell you guys a little something that I thought to say for my 8th time going live, guys. When you think about the number 8, I want you to go ahead and think about what the number 8 is said to really stand for, what it means. Because if you're watching this video, you may be into things like the law of attraction, spirituality, that type of thing. The number 8 actually stands spiritually, and whatever it stands for. It is a number about abundance, wealth, abundance, that kind of thing. And when you think about the number 8, you may think about the infinity symbol, because the infinity symbol is actually, and I'm going to read it right here. The infinity symbol looks like a sideways figure 8. So if you think about that, it looks like a figure 8 that's lying on its side. And actually, I knew that anyway, but I'm like, I want to get a little bit of a definition before I get online or whatever for my live tonight. But I found this out. The infinity symbol looks like a sideways figure 8. And I don't know how to pronounce this word, but I'm going to share it with you guys. Lemniscate. Lemniscent. Okay, a sideways figure 8. Lemniscate. Guys, I never said I was an English teacher, okay? So just go and look that word up. I'm going to spell it again. Lemniscate, or lazy 8. So that's obviously another name for the infinity symbol, okay? Okay, so it is a continuous, unbroken loop with no beginning or end, representing the concept of something limitless, boundless, or eternal. So, guys, I want to go ahead and share that with you all. I want to go ahead and say hello to everybody. I see your names. Guys, I have some different things that I want to cover. So I'm going to go ahead and say what's up to you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Shadow Girl Sherry. My channel Sunset Songs is all about my personal journey with the law of attraction, where on most likely if you're watching this video, you probably already know what the law of attraction is. The law of attraction is the idea that like attracts like. Through your positive thoughts, thinking, who you hang out with, you are said to be attracting the same type of energy back into your life. If you are hanging out with positive people, people that are doing positive things, you're doing positive things, you're keeping your thoughts positive, all that type of thing, you would be, through the law of attraction, attracting positive things back into your life. But of course, it is a world of duality. So if you are constantly thinking about negative things, constantly hanging out with Debbie Downers and Nancy, people that are like, the Nancy negative energy, then of course with that, you would be attracting that energy back into your life, and that would be the negative. But guys, I did say that my channel, I'm Shadow Girl Sherry, but my channel is called Sunset Songs. I always like to kind of refresh your memory as to why I called my channel Sunset Songs. I called my channel Sunset Songs because of the fact that I really, I like to include my five senses when I think about the law of attraction and all that. But one thing that I really enjoy is music, because I truly believe that, since I was very, very young, I've always known, and I just truly believe now that music has a way in changing the way you feel. You could be tired, and then if you go and you listen to an upbeat song, then it could make you feel better and make you feel upbeat and wake you up. On the other hand, if somebody just broke up with you and you're feeling low or whatever, you may want to go and listen to a sad love song. Hey, there's times I want to listen to sad love songs, but I wouldn't recommend staying on that kind of a vibration all the time. But anyhow, guys, I'm going to jump into this because I have some notes that I want to read. And guys, again, today, I'm going live for the 8th time. But of course, before you have the number 7 or 8, you have the number 7. So, I of course had a 7th time going live. The last time that I went live, I wanted to give you all maybe a little bit of a pop quiz, or if I could say that, have a little bit of fun. Or is school fun? I don't know. Kids are going back to school now. I don't know if they're all that excited about being back in school, and here I am taking you back to school. It is Virgo season, guys. So this is a time where, said to be a time of, getting down to business and putting some hard work in when you are putting some work in, when you want to see things happen. So I'll let you know that as well. Virgo season is here. And I know some Virgos, so I know it to be true. The Virgos I know, are some of the, the most, I don't know, the hard working, disciplined people. I know some Virgos, and the ones that I know, the few that I'm thinking of off of the top of my head, they are very disciplined, and they got things going for them. But anyhow, guys, being that this is my 8th time going live, before my 8th time going live, there was a 7th time that I went live, and I gave you a little bit of a pop quiz, or a little bit of a question that I put out there it started on the 6th time I went live, but I found a way that I could take it from 6 and roll it over into the number 7. And from that number 7, I'm going to take it into 8 here in just a second, but we're going to start at that number 7. And even you see right here, 67. So there's some 7s here too. But guys, in my last video that I made, put a little bit of a question out there that I wanted you to think if there was anyone that you could think of. And the sunset song that I had come up with for my 7th time going live was a song called Sprinkle Me by a rapper that was, he was, back in the 90s. I want to say the song came out in maybe about 1993 or 94. The song was called Sprinkle Me. Okay. And with that being said, I wanted you to think of the word sprinkle me, or think of the word sprinkle, And I came up with some other things. The number 7. And let's see, what else did I say? What else did I come up with as clues? The number 7, the idea of sprinkling or sprinkle. And then I came up with the idea of leveling up. And I wanted to see if there was anybody who could maybe in the that had joined the live at that point, if anyone could, had any idea, a clue as to who I was talking about. I was talking about a particular person that I started talking about in my 6th time going live, and I could roll it right over into the number 7 time, the number 7, which, if you look at the last video I made, you're going to see last time I went live, the picture was a 777. Now tonight, obviously, I've got a different picture, but guys, I'm going to find a way. I found a way to take that same person, and I'm still going to leave it out there to see if anybody's going to come up with who that person was I was talking about, during my 7th time going live. Again, the words that I want you to think about is sprinkles. The song was Sprinkle Me by a rapper, E40. These are clues here. Think about the number 7 and think about leveling up. But with that being said, I'm going to roll that number 7 right over into this 8th time going live. And how I'm going to do that is by letting you know that particular person that I was talking about, I found out by watching some of this person's videos, in which that person's pretty popular person, but nobody's come up with who I was talking about for that during that 6th and 7th time going live. If you can think of who that is, you have a clue. I want you to go ahead and type in here in the chat. But on from that person is a fan of the person that I'm going to be talking about tonight, for my 8th time going live. This person that is celebrating, or not celebrating, would have celebrated their 67th birthday today. Now, with that being said, again, guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry. My channel, Sunset Songs. I've told you what it's all about. It's about the law of attraction. And on my channel, every time, for the most part, every time that I go live or whenever I come up with, I start on what I call an episode. I'll call it an episode to my channel, Sunset Songs. I always try to come up with something that I call a sunset song. And guys, right now my phone is at 77%, and that goes right along with that whole 7 idea that I was just talking about. But that's beside the point. Let me keep talking. For every episode, I'll call it, I always try to, a little bit before I jump on or before I make the video, whatever, I kind of ask Spirit, okay, give me a song. I'll have a subject matter, something that I'm going to be talking about, a subject that I'm talking about. And for whatever subject I'm talking about for that particular episode, I try to come up with what I call a sunset song. And it's just a song that is tailored around or to fit the subject matter, whatever I'm talking about during that particular episode. And with that being said, guys, tonight, I really didn't come up with a sunset song just because of the fact that the person that I'm talking about made so many different songs when they were living. And today they would be celebrating their 67th birthday. I'm going to let you guys think about it. Does anybody know who would be celebrating their 67th birthday here on this day, August the 29th, 2025? Does anybody have any idea who is celebrating a birthday, or who would be celebrating a birthday? But I guess it would be like a heavenly birthday. That's what I hear that people call it now, a heavenly birthday. But they're not with us anymore. But in my life, they made lots of music that I enjoyed, that I've really enjoyed a lot. And I could call those songs, a lot of this person's songs, sunset songs. So I'm going to go ahead and see if anybody, give you a couple of clues here. And again, the person that I was talking about before, when I said the number 7, I said sprinkles. Think of sprinkles, think about 7, the number 7, think about leveling up. Those were the clues. This person has mentioned in their videos that they are a fan of this person. And I know this person that I'm talking about right now that would be celebrating a birthday. This person still has fans all around the world, even though they have been gone for, oh man, forget how many years it would be now. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read a little something. I didn't necessarily pick a sunset song for tonight because there's so many songs that this person had that I really enjoy. But I'm going to, I made some notes here, and guys, I would totally sing a song right now for you guys. But I'm afraid that if I start singing, I might scare some of you guys away. Now, if I were in a, like, I don't know, feeling a little bit different or whatever, maybe I would try, but I don't think I'm gonna try that tonight. I'll wait on that. But hi guys, I want to say what's up to everybody that's joining. This is Shadow Girl Sherry. I see a Rachel. Hi Rachel. Hi, Don Jovi. Okay, Don Jovi. Let me think of a sunset song here. We're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Okay, living on a prayer. He's got me singing here. Okay, I see a cherry. I see a blueberry. Okay, guys. Hi, this is Shadow Girl Sherry, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I don't have a sunset song for tonight, but I'm going to sing some lyrics to a song that I'm talking about. This person that would have celebrated their 67th birthday. A couple of weeks ago on August, I believe it was the 16th, I had a little bit of the same kind of idea. And that was, being that my channel is called Sunset Songs, I had the same kind of idea. I threw a little bit of a birthday or celebration or whatever for another person that I really like, and that's Madonna. She turned, I believe it was 67 as well. And I think it was August the 16th. But today is August the 29th, and there's someone else. And I do understand that these two people, of course, they were popular at the same time. Okay, so I'll say that. But guys, being that I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry, I tried to find a song that included the word shadow. Later on, if I had wrote the other words down, candlelight was mentioned in this song. And guys, if you go back to the first time I went live, again, it was the 8th month, 8th day. I found a way to turn a candle into lights, camera, action. That's a whole other story. If you want to go ahead and watch that, it's the first time I went live. It was basically titled Lights, Camera, Action. So I turned a candle into lights, camera, action. It basically telling you all that, I am Shadow Girl Sherry, but with that candle that I had in that video, it was unlit. The candle was not lit. But by the second live that I made, which it was, I believe, titled A Mirror, a Stage, Not a Cage. I believe that's what I said. That candle was then lit. The reason why that same candle that was in the first video was not lit in the first video, the second video, it was lit. It was lit because, guys, even though I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry, that is may let you know that obviously I don't come out and you don't know what I look like in my videos. And it's kind of like a comfort thing. I want to get to know people before they know what I look like. And not only that, or just to know who I am really. I want you to follow the sound of my voice, and I hope you feel a comfort by it, a sense of comfort by it. But there's so many different reasons why I haven't come forward and like to show what I look like. I mean, I don't think that I'm scary looking or anything like that. Scary rhymes with my name, Sherry. Scary Sherry, I guess. And actually, guys, that was actually a wrestler, someone that was involved in wrestling back in the day. Scary Sherry Martel. But anyhow, I don't think I'm scary. I hope you can tell by my voice or whatever. But I go by Shadow Girl Sherry. With that being said, guys, if this has come across your For You page, you may consider yourself to be the type to where you may be a little bit shy. You may consider yourself to be a little bit shy. You may consider yourself to be a little bit of a misfit, possibly. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that if you consider yourself to be a misfit, I don't feel like if you join my live or you come in and light my candle, I don't want to keep talking about it, but if you light my candle, that's letting me know that I am lighting your candle. We are lighting a path for each other, us misfits here, if you will. But we're not going to feel bad about being misfits, because there are lots of people I kind of feel like if before somebody becomes like a star, or they're really, really talented, guys, like the person that I'm talking about tonight, this person couldn't fit in with everybody else. They had to be a little bit of a misfit. And I will definitely say that this person that I'm talking about tonight did get to the point where this person was definitely a misfit. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a clue right now. Guys, this person felt like they were so much of a misfit, and they, I guess, had some trauma in their, I definitely know that they had a lot of trauma in their life, especially when they were young. But obviously they were very, very talented, or else I wouldn't be talking about them right now. It was the fact that they were a misfit, and they grew into to be who they were. With that being said, this person felt like they were so much of a misfit, and felt like they were, I guess, ostracized so much that with one of their songs that they, came up with, performed, or whatever, in the video, they actually turned their own self, their body, into an amusement park. Now, guys, does that ring a bell for anybody whose birthday is today? This person actually made a song where in the video, they actually became an amusement park. That says a lot about how they felt, how life and how things, different points in their life, how it made them feel. They turned their own body, their own self. They made themselves out into an amusement park, where, an amusement park, it's for fun. There's funhouse mirrors, all those different things, could be in an amusement park. There's lots of fun at an amusement park, but at the same time, come on now, if, an amusement park, turning your own self into an amusement park, there is a time where, you feel like maybe you're laughing with people, like you're a part of the laughter. Everybody's laughing. It's a birthday party. And I'm going to say this is a birthday party. People are, you're having fun at a birthday party and we're laughing. But then there's times, maybe if you're a misfit, maybe you have been laughed at and the joke has been on you, and you feel like there has been a scene made all about you. Like you were the scene that everybody was looking at. So if you're watching this right now, you may feel like you've been a part of that as well. Maybe the fun hasn't always been where you were having the fun. Maybe the fun was on you, if that makes sense. But this person, they actually came up with a song where in the video they turned themselves into an amusement park. And basically, I'm going to give you an even bigger clue. They were just basically saying, leave me alone. Like sometimes I want to be left alone. Like, hey, I need some private time and private secret space. So with that being said, that's going to be the first clue as to who this person is. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read something else. Being that I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry, guys, I hope you can hear me, because again, on my other lives, there's been a lot of technical difficulties. But let me go ahead and read this. Okay. And this person was born in, I'm going to give you this. This person was born in 1958. My name, I go by Shadow Girl Sherry. I go by Shadow Girl Sherry. Obviously my name is Sherry, but I put that shadow in front of it. Shadow Girl Sherry. This person was born in Indiana, and in a part of Indiana, that rhymes with my name, Sherry. That's another hint I'm going to give you. They were born in, oh God, did I say, gosh, goddess, I'll say, did I say it already? I hope I didn't say it. But they were born in a part of Indiana that rhymes with my name, Sherry, Shadow Girl Sherry. Okay. Indiana. So that's the next clue. I'm going to go ahead and read some lyrics to this song, that I always liked. I always loved this song. It's a very song that I always found to be very, very relaxing. And I love this song. Okay, but I'm not going to give you the name of the song. I'm still trying to see if anybody can name this person. Hi guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry. I'm going to go ahead and read this. Okay. The song, again, no sunset song tonight, because there's too many songs by this person that I like, and they had so many great songs that I've enjoyed in my life. But I'm going to read these lyrics. Okay, and you are going to hear the words shadow. I am Shadow Girl Sherry, and I found that in the lyrics. Okay. There'll be no darkness tonight. Lady, our love will shine, lighting the night. Just put your trust in my heart and meet me in paradise. Now is the time. Girl, you're every wonder in this world to me. A treasure time won't steal away. Okay, and the part of the chorus, and I will keep you warm through the shadows. I'm Shadow Girl Sherry, guys. And I will keep you warm through the shadows of the night. Let me touch you with my love. I can make you feel so right. And baby, through the years, even when we're old and gray, I will love you more each day, because you will always be in my life. Guys, is there anybody, can you think of the lyrics, that those are the lyrics to a song? You will always be in my life. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about this person. I'm going to go ahead and keep talking about this person and see if anybody can think about who I'm throwing a little bit of a birthday party for. And let me go ahead and say this right now. The picture that you're looking at right now guys, it's a piece of birthday cake. Obviously, it doesn't have any candles in it or whatever. And I'm going to go ahead. My channel is all about my personal journey with the law of attraction. Obviously, my journey, obviously, it's about the law of attraction, but it's also about my life, just my everyday life, where I try to always include the law of attraction and keep things positive. But I want to tell you a little bit. One thing about my channel is, one thing that I find so fun is to share just parts of my everyday life with other people that I feel are trying to be positive, or just like-minded individuals, and just to share the journey and the story of my life, really, and bring it to you all. And I want to let you know that whenever you choose to like, click, share, subscribe, all those different things, I have always been the type where I have really enjoyed writing in a diary or a journal. The older I got, I guess I started calling it a journal, but when I was young, it was a diary. And now I've come to find out that, that was a great thing, having a journal or a diary all those years. But now I kind of try to turn it into a manifestation journal, so to make it work out for me. Instead of back in the day writing the negative things that were going on in my life, why not turn it into magical? And that's with taking the mundane and turning it into magic. But when you like, share, click subscribe, leave comments, all those different things, guys, you're making it so much easier for me, because I don't have to write in a diary or journal all the time. I can just come and tell my story right here with you guys. Just go live and start talking, and I've basically made something to where I didn't have to write it down, even though I love to write. And you're going to see in a lot of my videos, I have a different way in writing. But that's a whole other story. I do love to write, but at the same time, it makes it so much easier to just say it. Just go live and just say it. So with that being said, I want to share a little bit of my story. Something that happened. This picture it's a birthday cake. I can't remember exactly whose birthday it was, but some family members and friends and so on. At one point, we kind of had a thing where maybe if we didn't even keep up with each other, like, you get busy, you don't have time to hang out with everybody all the time. You know how it is in life. You have to go to work, you have to do the things you got to do. But every year, when someone's birthday comes around, obviously, and I know this happens for a lot of people, there would be a certain group of little group of us, different people that knew each other, friends, family, whatever, where we would just know, okay, somebody's birthday's coming up. Even if it just came up to that particular, right on that day, somebody would start calling. It was like a little chain, like, okay, where are we going today? Has the birthday girl or whoever figured out where they want to go and eat today? And I know what time we're going to meet up today to go and get some lunch or go get dinner. So basically that's what this picture is. I had a little bit of some people that, we would all kind of meet up and decide where we were going to go and eat and enjoy that time together. If we hadn't seen each other in a while, that somebody's birthday comes around and it could just pop up on that day. And it's like, you don't have to feel like you were alone necessarily because you knew the phone calls were going to start, even if it started on that morning. So this particular cake, I can't remember where we went to eat, but guys, everybody that's joining in, I'm going to go ahead and say again, hi guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry. Thank you so much for joining me and joining this birthday party that nobody has named who the birthday boy or girl is. Guys, I've given some hints here, but I'm going to keep talking. This is just a random picture that was taken from my phone. I took it out of my phone. This was in the journey of my life. And, I've always liked taking pictures of, a birthday cake or a wedding cake, or especially birthday cakes. You know what I mean? And, this was a pretty made up one. I like the way, I don't remember where we went to eat. But this was a birthday, cake, and, I went through my pictures today and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to put up for the live today? And I'm like, well, obviously I better find a piece of cake. So it doesn't have a candle in it or anything, but guys, we're just going to say that the candle is the candle that is lit in our hearts. Right. And, guys, again, when I first started going live, I came up with a candle. On the very first time I went live, there is a candle featured in that video. It was called Lights, Camera, Action. That candle was not lit for that first time going live because it meant, I was stepping out for the first time, not showing you who I look like, but not even going to lie. You have to go back and watch that particular video, Lights, Camera, Action. I was actually dressed up as a lion. You couldn't see me, but I was dressed up as not a lion, more like a jaguar or a leopard. That's what it was, a leopard. The spots and everything, the spots. And I was dressed up as a leopard. I had went to Halloween, and I bet a lot of people, if you're watching this video, you're probably into Halloween. Probably love costumes. You may be into witchy things, whatever. But I had went to waited for the discount part of Halloween to come up. Halloween was over with. It may have been the day after or a few days after, where you can go somewhere and everything's on sale. And I waited to that point. I went to the store. Here's all these costumes and different things on sale. And I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't put a lot of money up, that particular time. But I saw this cute, the things where you take you have stickers and you put them on your face. They're face tattoos, basically. And it comes with like eyeliner or whatever. And, you can make your eyes up. I have a ton of fake eyelashes, but I didn't do that. I didn't go that far, but I was dressed up pretty nice. I looked pretty snazzy that day. I should have turned that camera around and let you guys know what I look like, but it was all in fun. What I did, I went for Halloween and I got those things, and I knew what I was doing. I was going to save that for the Lionsgates portal. The idea is I was either going to come out during the Lionsgates portal and let you guys know exactly what I look like, and not be a cowardly lion. But I was a little bit of a cowardly lion. I didn't come forward. But behind the scenes, I was dressed up like, a leopard that day. And I looked rather cute. But what I'm going to do another time, I'll actually upload that and let you guys know what I look like at that point. But my whole idea from the very beginning, when I first started my channel, was to, the first time that I let you know what I look like, it was either going to be during the Lionsgates portal, which is a time to where anytime you have Leo energy, it is that bright energy where you're supposed to come out and be your authentic self. And it's a time to shine. Leo energy is all about shining. And hey, here I am. Take me or leave me. Here I am. Ready or not, here I come. So, I was either going to come out during the Lionsgates portal, or I was going to have a little bit of fun, and I was going to come out let you all know what I look like during Halloween. At the time where everybody else would be dressed up in their costumes, and you don't know who people are, if you know what I mean. If it were a masquerade ball or whatever, you wouldn't know who it is really. Everybody's wearing a mask, everybody's dressed up. So it's a bit of a masquerade party, if you know what I mean, Halloween. Or if you went to New Orleans, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, guys. What is it? Mardi Gras, whatever. you would know, you don't know who everybody, who one person from the next, you don't know who they are. But basically for Halloween, it was either going to be during the Lionsgate's portal, I was going to come out, or and be dressed up like, dressed up as a leopard or someone in something in the cat family, in which I was on that day, but I just didn't show up. I was just having fun and took a picture and saved it for you guys for later. I was either going to come out during the Lionsgate's portal, or I was going to come out during Halloween when everybody else is dressed up in a costume. I was either going to come out dressed in a costume, but obviously you would know what I look like. You would be able to see what I look like, but I would just be in a costume, but I would still be revealing myself. I haven't done that yet. So I took both ideas, Halloween and the Lionsgate's portal, and I still had fun with it. So guys, if these kind of ideas sound fun to you and you like having fun like that, I hope that if you are watching, this has showed up in your, if I've popped up, if this live, this has popped up on your For You page, I hope that you will choose to join in, like, click, share, and subscribe, all that different stuff, and light my candle. Because again, that in that first time going live, the candle was not lit. I had 36 people to join me and listen to my voice. And when you did that, 36 people, they let me know that I'm being heard. Someone liked what I said, and they came and they joined the party. They came out with me, and listened to me, listened to the sound of my voice. So that lit my candle. That was lighting the candle. And the candle was really an altar. But it's an altar, I was basically saying, for misfits. Maybe if you're watching this video, you may feel, if you're joining this live, or you may feel like you're a little bit of a misfit. Maybe you may not feel like you're being seen in everyday life, really. You may feel like you're a bit of the black sheep in your family. Maybe you don't like, maybe you don't like being seen because maybe you've been a part of a scene, like, I don't know, you feel like you've been seen and not heard, or you know what, guys, maybe you do like being seen. I don't know. Either way, you get what I'm saying, guys. We're just having fun here. And the idea is just to make everybody feel special, and for you to live and be who you are authentically are. And I really believe with the law of attraction, by doing, believing yourself, doing different techniques and things like that, you can make things happen. Having a manifestation journal, working maybe with the light of the moon, with the phases of the moon, that kind of thing, we can make it happen. And what's wrong with encouraging each other? And guys, again, I did call myself Shadow Girl Sherry, so there are shadows, and everything's not perfect all the time. And if you're watching this, it may be that maybe you need to do a little bit of shadow work. And hey, that's what I do. I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. And before, when I first started, making videos, it's funny the way it happened. I was making the videos and I knew I wasn't going to show up and appear in my videos, but it was kind of like, one day I'm making a video. It was during, COVID, when I think everybody was going through different things. Obviously, we had to go inside of our homes and figure out what we were going to do with ourselves. And, somewhere along the line, I'm like, man, I want to find a way to reach out to people. I'm feeling lonely here. I'm not the type to where I don't like having time alone, but I'm like, I'm a little bit lonely. I want to reach out to people. And, I came up with the idea of, making a channel. So, and I knew what it was going to be about. I was going through some things. My spiritual journey really began, with the illness of my mother. And then later on, the death of her, she died. And that took me through a lot, but, I went through a lot with all that. But, like what I was saying was, and guys, I'm talkative. I am a Gemini, so I'm talkative. Yeah, at some point when I started making my videos, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't come out and show myself, obviously. But then for whatever reason, I just called myself Shadow Girl. And then the next thing I know, I had come up with a piece of art that I made, a drawing that I made. And I was working on that at the time when my mom was sick. She would be, doing different things, taking her meds. And there were a lot of different things she went through. And while she was, handling different things that she had to handle, like every night with her illness. She had to do these things. I would be up with her and I would help her do things, but then there would be a point where she'd be like, okay, I got it from here. And I would draw and things like that. And I had a drawing piece of art that I was really working on, an idea. And I found a way to bring it to life. And I actually got it to where, oh, what is it? Where you, the copyright and all that, went and got that done and everything. And what had happened was my name was on it. And I'm like, okay, well, my name's on my artwork. So I may as well just go ahead and, I was calling myself Shadow Girl. And then I went ahead and I joined the Shadow Girl with Sherry. But for a while, at first I wasn't saying my name. I didn't have a name at all. I was just saying, hey, what's up? I believe that's what I was saying. Hey, hi, you guys. And I would just get to talking. And then after a while, it came to me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to call myself Shadow Girl. Then it finally came to me, Shadow Girl Sherry. And I didn't even know what shadow work was at that point. But as I got into the law of attraction and in the spiritual community and all that, and especially I told you about somebody that I was naming in my 7th time that I went live. There's somebody that, guys, I'm going to say it again, the number 7. Think about the number 7. Think about leveling up and think about some sprinkles. Even if you got to think about ice cream sprinkles, think about sprinkles. I've been trying to see if anybody would know who I'm talking about. But there was this particular person that kept popping up into, my algorithm. And hi, Sylvia, I see a Sylvia, I see a George, an astronaut. Guys, we're taking off here. I see a Candy Crush. Hi guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry. Earlier I saw a Osbourne. Of course, Ozzy Osbourne passed away not too long ago. I've been wanting to make that one of his songs a sunset song. But the one that when I saw that name Osbourne earlier here on the live, I thought about Jeffrey Osborne, because lately, just a couple of nights ago, I was listening to one of Jeffrey Osborne's songs. He's got some beautiful music. I know I'll make that a sunset song sometime. But guys, wow, I've did a lot of talking. But anyhow, guys, when it comes to that number 7, there was this particular person that kept popping up in my algorithm. And more and more, I started finding out more about what shadow work was. I'd already named myself Shadow Girl. And then the next thing I joined it up and I just came to you guys and I was saying Shadow Girl. And then after a little while, I'm like, okay, let me just come out and just say my name's Shadow Girl Sherry, my real name's Sherry. I joined it up with Shadow Girl Sherry. And then the more I kept going, I found out what shadow work was. And one of the ways that it wasn't just this person, but this person kept popping up into my algorithm, right? And I listened to them a little bit and I'm like, some of their ideas, maybe I don't agree with everything, but some of the stuff that this person's saying, the knowledge is like going to college, guys. They're laying some things down. So that's why I wanted to talk about this person, but no one, even though I'm thinking the person's pretty popular, they have books, they have merchandise like I believe shirts, hats. Let's see, maybe a cup or a mug. I know they have books. They have makeup, a bit of like a makeup line, different things like that, elixirs, guys. When it comes to alchemy and all that, this person got me into reading my first book about alchemy. And guys, I'm telling you, it's so interesting, but that's a whole other video. But the thing about this person is they are the fan of the person that I'm talking about right now that I'm having this birthday party for, guys. And I can't believe it. Today is Friday, August the 29th, 2025. And nobody so far in the chat here during the live has come up and said whose birthday it is today. Now, this person's deceased. I've laid down a song that this person, I said the lyrics. Maybe let me think of some other details here that I can think of. Because we got to keep going with the birthday party. We can't have a birthday party and not know who the special guest is, guys. Let me come up with some better clues. Okay. But right now, if we're having a party, guys, what restaurant are we at? Y'all, where are we eating at? Where are we eating at right now? Where are we having this cake at? what, where are we having the cake at? Now, I know a song. Let me get all stupid here. Happy birthday. We're so glad you came. Da 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 from the Who's Gang, guys. We're up in the restaurant because we're not cooking. We're having a party, but we're not cooking because we're relaxing and we're having a good time. And there's people serving us, and they just sang the birthday song to somebody, and nobody's named who the person is. Well, what restaurant are we at? Anybody have a favorite restaurant? Can you leave it here in the chat? Where do you like to go to eat? If today was your birthday and somebody said, okay, I'm going to take you out for lunch or dinner, where are we eating at? Anybody have a place they like to go and eat for the birthday? Happy birthday. We're so glad you came. Da 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 from the Who's Gang. Where are we at? Are we at, what restaurants do we like here? Hi guys. Let me see. Lisa. Hi Lisa Stubbs. Molina. Marquiste. Guys, we're having a birthday party here. Where are we eating right now? Where do you guys like to eat? What kind of food do you like to eat? What do you like to have for your birthday? If you can leave it here in the chat. We're trying to have a little bit of fun here. But let me go ahead and continue coming up with some hints for you guys, because it's a birthday party and nobody's named the person that was born on this day. Now I'm going to go ahead and say something else. Now, in other videos I've talked about, I can't talk about it too much, but right now, if you were to go over on my channel, Sunset Songs, I could say it in another video, because something came up to where when I was making another video, when I was uploading the video, I actually went over to my channel and I was coming up with the hashtags for the video, which there were so many glitches in the video, I almost didn't put it up, but I put it up. I don't know anything. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know anything about editing. I got to learn all that. I got to find somebody. I got to get up on that stuff, but I'm not there yet. And I'm sorry. I'm not letting that keep me from coming out and having fun with you guys. I'm not letting that stop me. I got to have some fun with you guys. I have so much fun with this. But I went over on my channel, Sunset Songs, and I was going to upload, my 777, or well, my 666, my 6th time going live. I was uploading it. And when I was uploading it, I think one of the hashtags that I wanted to use was live replay. Now, I think that's what the word was, live replay. I have to look at it again, but I think it was live replay. Now this was for my 6th time going live. I was uploading that video from TikTok. I was going over on YouTube to upload it. Guys, no lie. When I put up this particular hashtag, there were 777 channels for whatever word I picked as the hashtag, which I think it was live replay or live replay, something like that. And the hashtag that come up, when it came up, it finished, you know how your phone finishes it for you. I was putting up the hashtags and then it kind of finished it. There were 777 channels for it. And I'm like, wow, that's so funny, because the next video that I was going to be making was going to be my 7th time going live, which obviously I'd try to include the angel number. Before it was 666. The next time was going to be 777. And here the number 777 was looking at me through the amount of channels that was available, that was made at that point for that hashtag. No lie, that's the way it was. I think it was live replay was the hashtag. If you went over on YouTube right now and you put that in, I'm thinking that was the word, you would have probably like 780 some, channels to that right now, just because of the fact that I've been adding a couple more videos. So that's why it went from 777 up to it's probably now to 780 something. But that's because I've changed it. But no lie, I mean, hear me out. Think about the law of attraction. Think about angel numbers, all that. Synchronicities happen to me all the time. And guys, I have so much fun with it. And I love sharing it with you guys. But that's one thing that happened. But even right now, and this is just to encourage you to go over to my channel, Sunset Songs, on YouTube. I have right now, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, because I just started going live, and I had someone tell me, they're like, you know what? you're going to get more people to come and listen to you if you go live. You got to go live, and then, your people are going to feel, engaged more. So you need to do that. I was nervous, and now of course I love it. And I don't have to keep saving all that stuff in my phone. I can just go ahead and, look through my own pictures, put a picture up, put some words on it, and go live. But if you go over to my channel, Sunset Songs, which I'm hoping you're going to do on YouTube, you are going to see that right now at this point, I've been talking about the numbers 3 a lot. In other videos, I had a third time that I went live. And with that 3, I extended it out. Now, for my first time going live, I had 36 people to join that first live. Now, hear me out, guys. 36. Okay. Now, when you take the numbers, and this is my first time live, I had 36 people to listen to me. 36 people lit that candle on that altar for you and me. When I light that when you lit the candle, you let me know that I was lighting your candle. I was lighting your path. And by me lighting your path, you're lighting mine. We're lighting each other's path. That's our altar, our candle. The candle is called Sunset Guava. Very, very fitting to the name of my channel. So anyhow, I'm inviting you to go over there to Sunset Songs and join me over there as well. Here on TikTok, it's Sherry Shadow Closet. But over on YouTube, Sunset Songs, at this point right now, and I'm going to start by saying again, my third time going live, I take that back. My first time going live, I had 36 people to join that live. Now, if we're going to work with that number right there, 36, and this is all about the law of attraction, taking the mundane turning the mundane into magic. And when I say witchy, you go figure and just think what you want to think. I'm saying to start out with, when I say witchcraft, I'm saying which way do you want to go? Do you want to think positive, or do you want to think negative? Do you want to live a mundane, boring life, or do you choose to just look at life in a little bit more of a magical way? That's where I'm going to start right there. And if guys, I'm not going to lie, I like to have some herbs and different things in there. I love roses and rosemary and bay leaves and all that. So, but anyhow, guys, let's think about the number 36, because that's the number of people that joined my first live. Let's work with that number. Guys, 36, and I talked about this in another video. When you take the number 3, which is the number of creation, guys, the number of creation is 3. That's one of the first things I learned when I started working with the law of attraction, because the first book I read about all this stuff was The Secret. And in there, it's explained that the number 3 is the number of creation. Now think about that when think about the number 3. If you wanted to be silly and say Beetlejuice, how many times did they say Beetlejuice? You had to say it 3 times. So, say it, and, you're calling something in basically 3 times. Okay. So we're going to start with the number 3, right? And we had 36 people that joined that live, right? Okay. So if you take that number 3 and then you have 6, 3 is the starting point. That's a bit of a spark, if you will. Now I'm thinking about the fact that I was trying to get you guys to come and light that candle and join the live with me. So I was thinking a thought. I was thinking something. Everything starts with a thought. So we're going to say that everything starts with a thought. Anything that has ever been created was first a thought in somebody's mind. They had to see it in their mind. In their mind, they had a picture, they had an idea, and they wanted to bring that idea into the 3D. So they had to start there. So the thought basically is the number 3. So we're going to start there. Now you take the number 3, you add 3 more to it. And again, no lie, on my first live, I had 36 people watch. Okay. So you take that 3. Guys, if you take 3 and you add 3 more to it, what do you have? You have the number 6. Okay. And then if you think about that, guys, go ahead. Now you've built a bit of a bridge. The 3 was the start, the magic, the spark, the beginning. You add another 3, you've got 6. Now that's the bridge. We're building up here. Now, guys, if you take 3 and 6 and you add it together, 6, all right, 7, 8, you add 3 and you add 6 together, what number do you get? You get 9. Now, what method is that? The 369 method. Now, guys, that's what I saw when I saw that I had 36 people to join my first live. Now, tell me, guys, that you can't take the mundane in your life and turn it into magic. Come on now. You can do that with numbers. Okay? Because I just explained to you how I did it. I saw it. I had a belief. I had a thought in my mind. And I was so nervous about going live. But it came to me, go ahead and do it during the Lionsgates portal. I come on and I did the live, and I had 36 people for my first live. Now I'm going to continue with that. Now I've explained that I've worked it all the way up to 369. There is a 369 method. You know, you guys know that. What is it? Who did it start with? Nikola Tesla. And that makes you think about a car. We're on a journey here, guys. That makes you think about a car. So, and then, hey, a Tesla now. Come on, guys. I mean, this is a journey here. Taking things from the mundane and turn it into magic. That's my idea here about my channel. But guys, if you were to go over on my channel right now, and I'm not a bit embarrassed to admit it, I just started going live. This is my 8th time going live, guys. If you were to go over on my channel right now, which I'm hoping you will, and you're going to light my candle because I'm lighting yours. You know, it's an altar. And it's all about that journey and lighting the path and getting to where we want to be and enjoying our lives because, hey, we're here to enjoy it, right? We are. We're here to enjoy our lives because think about it. We have birthdays, and right now, the person I'm talking about right now, I mean, they're like, I'm going to say shining down and whatever, but they're not here to make more music for us. And the music that this person made to me was truly magical. I enjoyed their music so much. I still listen to it. They had a song with Justin Timberlake that I do believe the song this person had started before they passed. You know, they had started on the song before they passed away. And then the way I understand, Justin Timberlake came and I believe it may have been 2014 or so. Don't get me the line where it was released, and Justin Timberlake's voice was added in there. Now, guys, I'm not going to name the song, but it's a beautiful song. I would love to have made that the Sunset Song, but I think for this one, you'll have to come back and watch the live to find out what song I picked that I'm really going to pick as the Sunset Song for this episode. Because what I do, even though when you watch the replay of this, you come back and when you watch the replay or somebody else watches the replay, you're going to get the very beginning of the Sunset Song in the beginning of the replay. So you're going to hear me talking, but it'll be vague and off into the background. You'll hear me talking in the beginning because in the very beginning, I include the Sunset Song. So you're going to hear that upbeat singing and everything like that. And I apologize for that, but I want everybody to hear my love for music and how much I love it and the way it makes me feel. So when I have a Sunset Song, I do the replay. I add a little bit I try to find like a 30-second version of it instead of the whole minute version. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you add sound to your TikTok videos. But anyhow, guys, I don't want to get off subject. But yeah, so the person I'm talking about that nobody's named tonight so far, we're having a birthday party and we don't even know who we're celebrating right now. I need to give some more hints. But guys, if you were to go on my channel, Sunset Songs right now, it's so magical, guys. I've told you that my first live that I did, I had 36 people join that live. I've worked it all the way, that number of 36, and I've turned it into 9. And that is obviously it's a manifestation method. That's the 369 method. Come on, guys. Tell me when somebody looks at you and says that magic isn't real. You have to see it, you know. You have to see it to believe it, and you have to see it. Why come here and just live a mundane life when you don't have to? I just don't see the point in that anymore. So that's just a part of my channel, the magic carpet ride, if you will. But if you were to go over on my channel right now, again, Sunset Songs, I had 36 people to join my first live. If you were to go to my channel right now, Sunset Songs, being that I added my 7th time, the 7th time I added where I went live, guys, that made I now have 300 369 videos that I have over on my channel right now. And I look at that as, hey, maybe it's time for me to do that 369 method. Or maybe it's just, maybe I should tell you guys about it. And I've been trying to lead up to that. I think I may have said a little something about that in my third time going live. But there is a method called the 369 method. Different people have different ways in doing it. But the way I understand is basically you take whatever you're trying to manifest, and go and look it up. Don't just believe me. There's different, people explain it in different ways, but basically you have a thought. Thoughts are that makes up everything. Really, everything begins with a thought. You think of whatever it is you're trying to manifest. You write it down 3 times in the morning as if it has already happened. Write it down as in the present moment, and think about it. Think about the present moment. This present moment is a gift. That's why it's called the present. This present moment. Write it down as whatever you're trying to manifest. You write it down in the present tense, as if it's already happened. Write that thought down. That what you're trying to manifest. Feel it in your heart as if it's already happened. Hey, if you have to place your hand over your heart when you're feeling it, that really brings it to life. Write it down 3 times in the morning. Okay. Come back in the afternoon in that same place where you wrote it, your journal, whatever. Write it down 3 more times. Okay. It would be, 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon. You write it down 6 times in the afternoon. And then at night, you write it down 9 times. Now, that's the 369 method. But the only thing about it is you have to, you just go and look up some videos. I'm not even going to lie. Go up and look how many days you're supposed to do that. Now, I know that it's 21 days it takes to build a habit, but I don't know. It's all about what you want to do. How many days, different people say different, how long you do it. But that's just an idea, 369, guys. And I just wanted to share that I thought it was so magical that on my first time going live, I had 36 people join the live. I explained to you everything about the numbers 3. You add 3 more to it, you've got 6. So 3 is the thought. You add 3 more, we've got a bridge. You got 3 more, 3, 6. And then at the end, you add 3 more. You add 3 more to that 6, then you got 9. Guys, the 369 method. And right now, if you were to go over to my channel, Sunset Songs, right now, you would see that I have 369 videos. And I'm not even a bit ashamed to admit this. I haven't been going live. I just started going live, so I don't have a lot of subscribers. I've been making videos for a while now, but I have 39 subscribers. And you do see that in the number 369, there is a 3 present and there is a 9 present. Guys, this is the way I see things. Guys, clocking into TikTok, I see numbers in a different way now. I always say clocking into TikTok. I do, being that I try to live life in a magical way, instead of living in the mundane, I try to live with magic in my life, in those kind of terms. I see numbers in a different way, but I have 39 subscribers right now, which hopefully that's gonna change. But right now I did notice I have 39 subscribers, and and think about it, 39, 3, it begins with the 3, the thought. Next, you go over to, you add 3 more, you've got 6. Okay. You go up 3 more from that, you've got 9. Now, that's the 369 method, but I have 39 subscribers on YouTube, and I have 369 videos over there right now. This is the way I see things, guys. That's the way I live it. So if you're hanging on the outside of the restaurant right now, and you are hearing what's going on inside of the restaurant, because we're having a little bit of a birthday party inside this restaurant, and this has come up on your For You page, and you want to come in and join the party, the birthday party, we are having a little bit of a birthday celebration for a particular person that is not with us anymore. But no one has named has named this person yet. I got to keep talking so I can get so I can get this person kind of recognized here, because when they were living for whatever reason, they were always being recognized, whether it was for the beautiful music they made, or if it was for the headlines and things that where they were being scrutinized, or different things were being said about them. Now, I wasn't there, so I don't know. Only thing I know is the music that I enjoyed. And I mean, I would definitely wouldn't, I don't want to talk about bad things because, they're not here anymore, and I wasn't there. And, I, I'm not gonna start in on all the rumors and things like that. But I'm just kind of talking about, I didn't know the person obviously personally. And with that, I'll talk about the misfit thing again. If you're watching this, you're on the outside of the restaurant right now. This has popped up on your For You page. You most likely are into the law of attraction. If this has popped up into your For You page, if you are watching this, maybe it may be that there could be different reasons. Oh, wow. The party is about to end because TikTok is telling me that I have 4 minutes and 56 seconds, because I've been talking so long. And that's just me. I'm a Gemini. And guys, hey guys, I'm going to say this right here. And I'm hoping this is going to give it away. This is going to give it away. Okay, guys. I'm a talkative person, guys. And if you give me a mic, a mic, I don't know when to stop talking. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to say that. If you give me a mic, I don't know when to shut my mouth. Okay. That's a clue right there. Then let me hurry up with some other clues before this birthday party ends, and we haven't even got the birthday person to the table. We didn't get to sing happy birthday to him because so far nobody's thought about this person who, and I just saw the angel number 411. That's a message, right? That 411, that's a universal number for 411. Call information. That used to be the thing back in the day. Call information for 411. And it's so funny. I've just seen a very significant number, right in, oh, wow. I'm not even going to say it. I just saw a significant number, in the chat, in somebody's name, to where I'm not going to say it, but it's it's a number for me. And I take it really as a sign, really. And I'm not going to name any names or anything, but I just see it as a sign for myself. Just to keep going is encouraging. But anyhow, guys, let me give you some more hints. This person that is celebrating the birthday today. Now, I just said it. If you give me the mic, give me a mic right now, I could keep talking forever because I'm a Gemini. But you got to give me that mic, and I'm not going to, I could keep talking forever because I'm a Gemini, and that makes me talkative, guys. That was a hint. I'm hoping that if this video ends, I may be able to start it back up. I might go live again. Obviously because everything's going pretty well, but I'll have to see. I might have to just, come back on some other time or whatever. But either way, if you can leave a song that's playing in your heart on the live, once I replay it and I put it back up, I'll pick a sunset song. And by that point, you'll know who the birthday boy was. But I give you a hint. Today is someone's birthday. If you give me the mic, I could keep talking for a long time because I'm a Gemini. That's a hint. I'm going to give you some more hints. This person actually liked a song. They had another song. I talked about the song about the amusement park. I'm now going to talk about a song where this person may have felt like they were being watched. They sang a chorus in a song where they felt like they were being watched. I'll go on from that and say that the main person that sang that song, think about rocks. Think about rocks. I can go from there even. I'm talkative. I could go from there. Think about rocks when you think about the person that really sang the song talking about being watched. Now the birthday person sang the main line in the song about being watched, feeling like they were always being watched, okay? Think about rocks because that's the person that sang the song, okay? Rocks. I could go on from there and think about the birthday boy and think that, guys, I was watching a documentary where they actually liked another song by a person that made a song called Rock With Ya. Rock With Ya. Rock With Ya. I want to rock with you, baby. Okay. They had this person loved this song. It was in a documentary. They loved the song by this person that sang "I Want to Rock with Ya." Okay, another very popular singer. They made a song. They liked another song by this person. The person was, you know what? I'm not going to say that. The person sang a song called "I Want to Rock with You," but they sang another song called "My Prerogative." And it was in a documentary that the person that I'm talking about right now, I'm throwing the birthday party for, we're having a celebration. They loved the song "My Prerogative." Why? Because this person felt like they couldn't keep their business and things to themselves because people was always watching them and, you know, making them feel some type of way. Like, this is my prerogative. I'll do what I want to do. So they actually, in this documentary I watched, I found out that the birthday boy actually liked the song "My Prerogative." Okay, and okay, I'm going to say it right now. Bobby Brown sang "My Prerogative." Bobby Brown actually dated the sister of the person that I'm talking about right now. This celebration, this birthday party we're having right now, dated the sister.